Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ease with Technologies number one. I I don't have a plan yet for number two, but I put number one just in case. I'm sure I will have something else to do. I had a couple of clients telling me that they need like a class or course or something on how to have more ease with technologies. And I kind of been trying to set it up for last week, and nothing is really moving. So instead of actually doing class, I decided I'm just going to do Facebook Live. This is not Facebook Live. This is the YouTube Live, and maybe later on post on Facebook and all the other places, and just basically talk about ease with technologies and what that is for me, because lots of my clients just approach me just for that reason, just to have their systems simplified. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I specialize in online business systems. Like, I've been working in the area since 2016 as literally setting up different online businesses, and before that I've just been like doing it for myself and stuff like that. So, and this is something like has been really easy for me. There are some places where it's not that easy for me, but I always know when I'm actually messing it up just with my own like points of view, and not really wanting to go deep in that thing. So yeah, so my first kind of tip is technologies are not that complicated as we make themselves. Usually it is our mind that we already decided that they're complicated. It's like, when you take apart any like electrical appliance, like let's say if you take apart, I don't know about the new TVs, but let's say you take apart like old school TV. There are so many little bits and pieces to that TV, and to make it, and then you kind of, if you don't know what you're doing, you're kind of gonna give up, because you're gonna see all those million bits and pieces, and you are not gonna put it back together. You're just gonna throw it out or give someone else to fix it. And we kind of, if we are not technically inclined, we gonna do the same for online technologies, like website creation, customer relation systems, and or customer management systems, or even like a Facebook. I remember I actually did a course, not a course, session with one lady in her 60s or 70s, and I was just teaching her how to use Facebook. And if you're not, it's basically just like going into unfamiliar world and like looking around, like, so, like when we have those people who, let's say if new shop opens in a town which has, like, which you never heard of, you almost like a, like let's go to the deep end. Let's say if you're living in like a small local town, and the sex shop opens with all the machinery, with all the clothing, and you actually only time you've seen this thing is on TV, and you are kind of scared to go in because it's unfamiliar for you, and you don't want other people to see you there. So you just basically walk past that place, and sometimes even like go on other side of the street so you don't get kind of tempted to go in, or you judge the hell out of it. I'm one of those people who actually gonna go in and actually look around. I don't have to buy anything. I just like really curious what they are offering. I'm gonna go and look what's inside. And kind of a similar approach I have with technologies. Because any type of, let's say, if like I'm using something called Kartra for my business. It offers you landing pages, website, email management, payment system. Now they added the calendar and all the other bits and pieces. But when I first started with it, I didn't know what I'm getting into, because previously I was working with Kajabi and only for my customers, and it was like kind of easy, and I kind of thought the Kartra is going to be something similar or same. And that's another thing we usually that stands in a way that we already decide what that thing is going to be, and then we are disappointed and angry that it's not, and then it's not working like the way we want it to work. And so what when I first tried Kartra, they were offering like a 1 month free trial. So for me, that was plenty enough time to actually go and do something and look around. So the first week, I think I just looked around because there is so many different features, different options. And I'm gonna let my cats in. 1 second. See, they're waiting. No, that's it. They're like horses. And so that's what I did. I just looked around Kartra, checking out what each thing can do, how it works. And when I was starting to create my systems, I knew what I needed to create. I needed to create a platform for my online class. So I knew I needed to do. I knew I needed a landing page. I knew I needed like some kind of email that goes out when someone signs up, and I needed like a payment link. So those are like the 3 things that I need. Where's the camera? I needed those 3 things to actually make my online class work. So that's what I did. It took me a while to actually figure out how to build it in Kartra, but I knew what I needed to have. And that's like tip number 3. You have to know what you want to create with that thing. If you want to have a website, you need to know what your website is going to do for you. Because if we just go, let's say I used to work with WordPress before that. And if I go into the WordPress with only ideas that I want to have a website, you're just gonna go crazy. Because WordPress has thousands of different free themes. Like theme is like a look of your website. They basically give you like a look of the website, and then you basically work within those parameters. Then they have 100 million paid options for if you want to have different features. Then you have different builders, then you have different payment options, then you have and everything you need to add like manually, which like Kajabi and Kartra offers everything in one kind of box. It's like a business in a box. So if you don't have a clarity of what you actually want to get out of that thing, you're just going to make yourself crazy. So I would recommend first on the paper, just put, what do you expect your website to do? Is it Is it just to store information so people can actually easily find you? Let's say for client, you can just give your URL of your website and they can easily find your contact information and what you do and all your pricing. Or is it like interactive where you put the post, a blog and your videos and all the stuff? And for different type of website, you're gonna need different type of system. Because if you just need like a website as a business card, you can just create like a free WordPress site and not don't get fuss about it. And if you want, you just add domain name. But if you want something more complicated, almost like host videos and everything like that, you need to look for something else. Because if you're gonna uh, try to build something, it's like trying to make a banana bread, but you don't have bananas. And you're gonna make yourself crazy because you really want to make banana bread from all those ingredients that you have in the house, but you don't have bananas. And you're gonna make yourself go bananas because of that. And that's the same thing. Like if you don't have clarity of how what you want to get out of that system, then it's just gonna be that you're just gonna be paying like a monthly fees and never ever gonna get done anything. So I kind of covered to like, yeah, just go and play with the thing. Just go and look what it does. Like, because I remember a couple, I think not last year, maybe last year, maybe not, I don't know. I did a class on like 10 days of Facebook Lives. So basically, practice to do Facebook Lives. And you know, when you first start, especially when you put like a phone app and you press Facebook Live to go live, and if you're not familiar what that thing does, you're just gonna be like very dry and scared and probably never gonna do another Facebook Live. So the first exercise of the class was to basically go live in our special group, which wasn't public, and basically just gonna take a phone. So basically, yeah, just take your phone, do the Facebook Live, and from like while on Facebook Live, you basically familiarize yourself with all the buttons and what they do, and talk yourself through. And people like who were in the course, they actually kind of had fun with that because it takes away stress. And once you familiarize yourself with your surroundings, it becomes easy for you. And next time when you do Facebook Live, maybe after a couple times of practice, you will know which button to press, where it located on your screen. That's my painting. Where it's located on your screen, what does it do, what it doesn't do. Try different like devices, because a laptop or computer doesn't have the same features as the phone does. So yeah, basically first thing is familiarize yourself with your surroundings. If you're using like Kartra, WordPress, or Kajabi for your business, just familiarize yourself, check out what each of those things does. You can't really mess it up. If you mess it up, there is always a customer support service, or you can call me. And like create like a mock-up product, mock-up like a class. See what's like email, what like Kajabi is quite simple comparing to Carter at the moment. But they keep adding like new things, and even then we kind of get scared and never use those new things. So go in and just kind of mess it up. Create a landing page, add like a button, see what it does. Ask, maybe does do like a sample purchase. Create a price for $1 and just do like basically buy it yourself for $1 and see what it does. Like what custom like, and then you can see like mistakes. Don't I know, like, those people that just they create something, the things they created, they kind of don't want to look at it because it is uncomfortable, so they're not sure they've done it, and they needed to quickly get it out, and then when they get it out, it kind of collapses on itself. Because when you don't want to look at something, it's just basically you kind of already setting up yourself to fail. It doesn't mean like you have to like scrutinize yourself and go through everything like with fine comb. Uh, it's not that, but basically with the systems, when you create a system, make sure you go through it yourself. Ask your friend to do like a sample purchase and see what it does. Like, for example, when I create a video, I'm not gonna watch it again because I don't want to go and see whether said something I shouldn't have said, or I could have done it better. But when it comes to the system, you want it to work smoothly. Because I do remember when I used to sign, like in my early ages of my systems, I used to buy like online classes, and systems are set up so badly I can't even make it to the live class online, live online class, because the Zoom link is incorrect, the time link is incorrect, and no one's gonna respond to me like in the last minute when I'm joining the live Zoom class. So give yourself space and time to actually familiarize yourself with the system. That's kind of my first tip. And don't like panic. Don't panic. Panic doesn't create anything, it just makes you crazy. I think I'm gonna leave that for the part number one, and I might gonna do the part number two in like a couple days or something. So yeah, the biggest tip is just familiarize yourself with the system, what you want to create. Be clear on what you want to create. Be clear of what things you need to have the thing working. Be clear what you want that website to do for you. Be clear what that landing page you want to create. And familiarize yourself with the system to see which part of the system create what thing and how to connect them together. So if you have any questions, just type in the comments, and please subscribe and share. And yeah, reach out if you need anything and if you need a consultation. Thank you. Bye bye.